The owner of the bar at the centre of Matamata's Covid-19 cluster says he feels partly responsible for the outbreak in his community. The cluster, which is one of the biggest in the country, grew to 77 people following St Patrick's Day celebrations in March. But despite that, locals have rallied around Jacob Henderson and his family. Now he and other business owners say Matamata is ready to shift to level 2. In his first on-camera interview, Jacob Henderson opens up about the party that became a cluster. Nick Truebridge and cameraman Nick Monroe went to the pub where it all started.
Who would have thought it would have happened so much here, eh?
Jacob Henderson was in utter disbelief when he heard his pub was linked to Matamata's first Covid-19 case. Fast forward over a month and Redoubt Bar and Eatery is now ground zero for 77 cases, with the latest confirmed yesterday. One death is linked to the cluster.
You just didn't think it was... So when first person that was Crook, I didn't for a moment think that it was going to be. And I remember thinking just, no, they were just, they just got a cough. There's no way it could be that. So yeah, then when it happened, you sort of, you felt pretty sting.
Health officials initially believed a St Patrick's Day party on March 17 led to the rural Waikato cluster. They now say some with Covid-19 visited the bar either side of that date. Many weeks have passed since that fateful shindig, but the fallout remains fresh in Henderson's mind.
All these people are ringing us for advice, and like a lot, sort of 5-10 people an hour would be messaging or ringing you saying, what do I do? I was in your place Tuesday, who was there? And so yeah, there was a bit of, we were pretty popular for a little while there. But
partygoers were worried and wanted answers.
You never felt sort of not guilty, but you couldn't help but feel bad. And then, like I say, you did feel responsible because once it sort of got out there, people would get hold of you and they were asking you what to do.
But if the front of his Broadway bar is anything to go by, Matamata appears to be rallying around Jacob and his wife Kelly. Locals have taped paper hearts and messages of support on the pub's front. His staff used to pull pints. Now they brew coffee for a steady stream of loyal customers. The publican becomes a touch emotional as he reflects on the community's well-wishes.
We feel pretty cool, actually. As I say, so many people getting in contact with us, and again the hearts on the door, that sort of thing. And even last night I got another text from a chap I hadn't spoken to for a year or so, just saying, "Oh, we're thinking of you," and didn't want. So yeah, we actually feel pretty cool.
And while this is the town where New Zealand's third largest Covid-19 cluster started, local business owners like Jacob Henderson say Matamata is more than ready to move on and emerge from lockdown at long last.
Further along the main street, we meet Sports World owner Chris Bungard. He's fixing fishing rods in the store's workshop while a staff member packs online orders for dispatch. But level 3 means he's only partly open for business.
It's tough. It is tough, and as I said before, I'm reasonably well established, so I'm lucky, I suppose. You can see I've got a bit of silver hair on the head, and I've been in this trade a long time, so my overheads aren't too bad. But for younger people in business and that sort of thing, I really feel for them.
He says lifting lockdown is crucial for those just starting out.
We need to get to level 2 and create some business happening in the town. We're very lucky. We're surrounded by the farming fraternity, which have still got their income going. Of course, they're locked down at home to a degree in that, but they have basically, it could be the little town saviour, like a town like Matamata. We need that sort of outside influence or expenditure coming back into the town.
But even with the move out of lockdown, Bungard believes the real hurt is yet to come. He says some businesses in this town will effectively open to close once level 3 restrictions are lifted.
I think a lot of little rural towns like Matamata, 2 or 3 months' time will be a totally different atmosphere and vibe to what they are. We're trying to be positive. Everyone is trying to get on with life. I think that the time has come really that we need to focus more on getting the doors open, getting people in a controlled environment, sure. But let's get some trade happening,
Bungard worries the country is too focused on eliminating Covid-19. He has a message for Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, who grew up just down the road in Morrinsville.
I say it in the nicest possible way. Unfortunately, I think we're being led a little bit by a perfectionist. In her own words, she is a perfectionist, and it just worries me that they want to be seen around the world as being the first country in the world to have 0 cases and 0 and all that sort of thing. But at what cost? At what cost to small businesses like mine and other businesses around the country that are really hurting more than we are? I mean, we're battling, we're keeping our staff on and that sort of thing, which is great, but how many other little businesses are actually going to close because of this 0 tolerance that there seems to be plucked out of the air? Is it even possible? I don't know.
Matamata Piako Mayor Ash Tanner says the district's snowballing COVID-19 cluster took locals completely by surprise.
I guess we're really lucky in our district though, because we do have a lot of essential work, you know, say the dairy factories and meat works and primary producers. So we've been lucky in that respect compared to a lot of areas. But yeah, definitely the level 3 move was a good one where some businesses could get back up and running.
Lucky? Maybe. But it's also strict adherence to the rules that's helped.
We've got where we are now, you know, from all the great work, I guess, from people abiding by the rules that the Ministry of Health, the guidelines that they're setting. So, yeah, but again, every time we go down a level, it's more businesses can operate, which is great, and that's what we need.
Waikato District Health Board had hoped to declare an end to the Matamata cluster in about a week, but Thursday's new case has dashed those plans. To reach that milestone, the area must remain free of COVID-19 for 28 days. For Checkpoint, Nick Trubridge.